Visual automation tools like n8n and Make.com are dead. I'm going to walk you through in this video of how you can build your own AI agent for your business and show you the very frameworks that developers are using right now to build their own AI agent harnesses. So there are a lot of workflows built around linear automation, and most people think building an AI workflow means dragging boxes around in Zapier, Make, or n8n. If you're not familiar with what Zapier and Make do, essentially they allow you to make one-off automations, and they do have an AI agent capability where you're able to manage a few things like memory, tool use, and connect it to your different platforms in a sort of node-like linear platform. But I'll quickly explain why this is useful, but not really the full picture of how powerful and how tailored you can make your own AI agents. So it's mostly to do with the issue that you don't have as much control, and it's not really practical for business. I mean, if you go to a business right now and offer solutions to create an AI agent for them, the first thing they'd ask you is probably, should I be concerned about data? And if you use these n8n and Make.com platforms, it doesn't make it very safe for you to hand out the keys to your kingdom, especially if you're a business in a sensitive field. A good example being hospitality. n8n and Make is probably not the answer for practical business AI agent use, and it's a good start if you're learning how to build your own AI agent in the first place, but not very practical for business use. Now, this brings us to our stack, and we're using LangGraph for orchestration. LangGraph treats your AI like a state machine. So you design the workflow, and the agent uses its memory and routing itself through the tasks. So much like here, the AI actually owns the entire workflow. And more than that, it has an option to add its own loops or decide when it needs to go back in a workflow instead of forward. So that's a major difference about n8n, Make.com, and Zapier with LangGraph. We're pairing this with LightLLM for the brain. LightLLM acts as a proxy, so you can use different AI models. You could do some really interesting stuff, which you can't do in Make.com, such as you build up on using more expensive, higher quality models as the problem gets difficult. This just allows you to be hands-on with your problem. It's very useful. You can use local models, which essentially is like downloading ChatGPT on your computer instead of relying on third-party AI providers like Anthropic or any other. And you can use these models within your workflow. So that's the biggest difference with LangGraph and LightLLM architecture, is that with Make.com and everything else, you don't have as much control over your workflow. Something that businesses would typically demand is to have control, and it's more practical. And LangGraph is an open source framework that allows us to control how these AI models manage the workflow, their own thinking, their memory, and allows us to add different things into it. You might see Python and assume this requires deep technical computer science backgrounds, but actually doesn't. It's very much similar to the Make.com and n8n style learning, where these models are so good at coding themselves. Your job is simply a systems architecture designer. For the most part, your job is to be the chief of staff who controls how these workflows interact with your own business. And it's a matter of balancing between learning how they work and additionally getting more technical people to come and just do a checkup or understand if the system actually works, which is no harm done, because at the end of the day, you're not able to build something technical for production. That's okay, but you understand how these workflows interact with your business, and that's powerful. That gives you an advantage.